Hi everyone. I understand this task is quite challenging, especially if you don't have a protractor or a decent ruler at home. If you don't have them, then it's very difficult to do. So don't worry too much if you don't have a protractor, but you should have a protractor in your house. I think every family has one protractor, or whether you've got an older brother or sister, or you can send someone quickly to the shop to get a protractor. A protractor looks like this. It's a big oval shape. You've all seen a protractor before. And then it's got the angle in the centre, and then it'll tell you all the different angles around. If you're not sure how to use a protractor, or you need reminding, just go to YouTube and type in measuring angles with a protractor, and it'll have different lines going round the protractor to tell you the angles. So it says do scale drawings on paper, so you're going to have to put this evidence up on your class notebook in Teams to show that you've done scale drawings and then measured the height. So if I was doing this one, 7.3 meters. So what I would say is, well, I can't draw 7.3 meters. So what I'm going to say is that 1 centimeter of my ruler is equal to 1 meter. So that means that 7.3 centimeters is the same as 7.3 meters. So on my book, I would obviously draw a nice straight line of 7.3 using my ruler. Then I would get my protractor and I would mark a line going across, excuse the shaky line, 35. Now that would have to be using your protractor, so that's got to be pretty accurate. And then you will end up generating a height here, which you will then take your ruler and measure what that is. Now say for example that there, if I do calculation, that there, if I was to measure it, would be approximately 5.1 centimeters. So what I have to do is then go back to this and say, well, if it's 5.1 centimeters, what is it in meters? Well, it's 1 to 1, so it's also going to be 5.1 meters. So that's basically how you do these. You've got to have a protractor, you've got to have a ruler, and you've got to draw accurate triangles and then measure it. And it says give your answers to 1 decimal place. Now the same for this one. What you got to remember is, it's got a fancy word here, this is the angle of depression that it's talking about. But if you remember back to grade 6 doing angles, what do you see here? You see a Z-shaped angle. So this angle is the same as this angle. So all you do again is get your protractor and draw an angle of 31 here. Or if that's 31, then this angle here is 90. Minus 31, which is going to be 59. So you could also measure an angle from this to here, and draw down, and that will be able to give you it. And the same here, if this is 54, this is also 54. So you just do a 15.4 centimetre line, 54, and then you can get your height. So if you know how to use a protractor and a ruler, this shouldn't be that difficult. It's just a case of measuring your angle correctly and using a 1-to-1 scale. So it's very important that you use a 1-to-1 scale. Makes life a whole lot easier to use centimetres from metres. Okay guys, hopefully that's enough information for you to complete that task.